All right, it is day 21 of our self-care challenge. Yay! It's the last day. And today is all about setting up your week. Now, you've learned all of these great tools on self-care, but how do you make time for self-care? Well, here's the truth of the matter. You already have time. And what we're going to talk about today helps you to understand you have time. So you can no longer use that excuse, I don't have time for self-care. Yes, you do, sis, and I'm going to show you that today. So today is one of my favorite things. I think I've said that so many times during this challenge. I really do. But it is one of my favorite things, and it's all about a daily planner. I love, 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 love a good daily planner. And this is actually the daily planner that I'm using this year. Now, no judgment. I told y'all this is a judgment-free zone, so no judgment as I'm about to show you my daily planners. Every year, I get a new daily planner. Every year. So, this was a daily planner one year. You can see that it was a really good one, actually. It had the months outlined. It allowed you to use, I'm trying to go so you can see where I would have something for a week here. And see, there we go. Okay, so see how it had the week outlined so you could see the week? And it was divided out in the months so you can see the monthly tabs there. Yep, and it was a ring binder with the happy planner. This is actually a happy planner. So these little ringlets here come out and you can actually change out the covers. So this is one that you could use over and over and over year after year. You would just change out your inserts. So you would change out what your month looks like, and you could actually change out the layout of how you use it every single day. So again, this was a happy planner. So this is one that you could use over and over and over. This one was not a happy planner. This one I bought this way with my name on the front of it, Dr. Tracy. Yep, keep showing up. That was my theme for the year. Keep showing up, Dr. Tracy. And I had it made. It does have the monthly outline. It had a to-do list at the beginning of the month. Let me see if I have anything written on this. This one was actually a good one. And no judgment here. I'm taking out all of my paperwork that I had in here so I could show it to you. Let me do that real quick. All right, there we go. So every month, it had a monthly tab. This one was actually really, really good. So there was a monthly tab right there. And it also had a notes page. Can you see the notes page? Okay. And then at the beginning of the month, this is why I loved this one. That's what the beginning of the month looked like. So you could start your month out with your goals. Yeah. And the daily part of it looked, let me see if I can find a month with no appointments here. So you can, a week here with no appointments. So you can actually see what a week looks like. Each month had a theme for the month or words to empower you for the month. But y'all, I can't find anything that lets you know I was doing too much. Let me go back to the summer times because usually my summers are a little slower. See if I could pull something up on a summer day so you could see what the weeks look like. Nope. Yeah, okay. So this one was what we call a horizontal week. And you could see what the week looked like. Yeah, can y'all see that? And that's me dropping paperwork. Okay, so that's one of the planners that I had. Another one of the planners I had. This one was 2019. I love keeping my planners because I love going back and seeing how I've grown throughout the year. To see that this was a horizontal. Yeah, it was a vertical one. This was a planner outline that I used. This was my 2020 calendar. So you can see how that one looked. Okay. That's a different layout for those of you who are wondering what's the best layout. So you can see what those look like. It all depends on you. It asked the top 3 that I had to get done that day, my daily schedule, and then what I did for that night. And then, of course, they come with the monthly tabs so you can see what your month is going to be laid out. Okay, that was my 2019 calendar. And then, of course, the one that I use now, which is a very small version, but I'll be going back to a larger size this year because although I love this one, it really was just too small. See how small it is? It was really, really small. But I love the way this one outlines my day. So I'm going to be looking for something close to this as far as what my day looks like. And the reason I love this one is because it has my appointments, and y'all know I got a lot of appointments. And then it has the top 3 for the day, the notes, what I'm gracious about. It has a gratitude box, y'all. I love it. And then the accomplishments for the day. So actually right now in October, I am looking through daily planner outlines and looking at daily planners that I want to have for 2025 because y'all, this is what I do. I've had a daily planner since I was 18 years old. My parents grew up my parents had 3 girls, and my dad worked at a local production plant at Procter and Gamble. My mom worked at Miller, and she worked at some other professional jobs as well. So our family lived on daily planners. We lived on daily planners. This was a cover of a daily planner that I had, so you can see what the inside of this one looks like. See, it has 3 rings. And so this one allows you to put your inserts in it too. This was a cute one. This is a cute one. And you can just simply put your inserts in. And so some of them are ones that you can use over and over and over. You just change out your inserts. And then some of them are the ones that you just use for the year that I showed you. This was another one that I had. I still have the cover. And then you have the inserts for the inside of it. It just depends on how you want to use it. Yep, just depends on how you want to use it. But back to my parents. My parents had 3 girls. We're all 4 years apart. And so our family lived on a schedule. We lived on a calendar so that everybody knew what everybody was responsible for, mainly because somebody had to go pick somebody up from school. And so we needed to know where people were. But I grew up using a daily planner. And here I am at age 54. I live by my planner. And so Sundays is the time that I set aside to literally sit down and plan out my week. Now, this is not the only way that I do that. I also have digital calendar. And the good thing about having the digital calendar, I've put stuff in my digital calendar before and it has disappeared. But luckily, I've also had it written down. So literally, I've thought I put a client in digitally only to see that I didn't. But luckily, I had it written down, and the client, I'm looking, trying to figure out, wait a minute, what happened? So this is my first preference, to write it down. There's something being said about being able to plan out my week, my month. As a matter of fact, on my calendar, I already have November and December outlined so I can see what my months look like. But it's something being said about being able to see everything written down that I put down to know that I've done it. And I told y'all, I've lived on a daily planner since I was 17. Since I was 17, and I'm 54 now. So if it ain't written down, it don't exist. That's my motto. If it ain't written down, it don't exist. So it's on my calendar. And I've gotten my husband to the point now, especially when we have to do couples coaching or couples counseling, when I do the electronic invitation to put it on the electronic calendar, he gets the invite so it can be on his calendar as well. And y'all, I'm teaching him how to use a daily planner also to start blocking out his time. Time blocks are amazing. So here are 5 reasons why you need to use a daily planner. I told you, I've been using mine since I was 17, and there's nothing like the feeling of picking out your calendar for the year and getting it in the mail and going, oh, this is what I'm going to use as my tool to empower myself for the next 365 days. And like I say, I love going back and seeing what I've done for the year, what I've been able to accomplish for the year, seeing how many clients I've met with, seeing what the goals were that I had set aside for the beginning of the year, seeing what I wanted to accomplish that month. So I love doing that. So here are 5 reasons why you need to use a daily planner. Reason number 1, it improves your time management. Listen, it helps so much to see how you have blocked out your day, how you can block out your day. Let me say that again. How you can block out your day. You can see what you're going to be doing for the day, and it improves your time management. Can I tell you a secret? There are 1,440 minutes in a day. In a 24-hour period, there are 1,440 minutes. I got a question for you. How many of those 1,440 minutes belong to you? I know. I totally get it. You sitting there going, wait, what? Yes. How many of those 1,440 minutes have you given to you? I'm not talking about when you can steal away a minute in a bathroom to get some peace and quiet. I'm talking about an intentional time block to say, here's when I'm going to schedule time for myself. Here's where I'm going to put me in my 1,440 minutes for the day. Yeah, a daily planner improves your time, not somebody else's time. It improves your time management. It helps you control your life. It can help you boost your self-care routine, and it helps you find balance when you manage your time. So that's the first reason why you should use a daily planner. It improves your time management. Here's the second reason why you should use a daily planner for you. It reduces your stress and overwhelm. Yep. It reduces your stress and overwhelm. So even though I do what I call a weekly setup, on Sunday, I put all of my clients' appointments in. I put all of my to-do list of things I know I've got to do. And so if something comes up during the week, now I can look and see, oh yeah, I've got this going on. I've got that going on. Okay, I can put this in this spot for this time. So it reduces my stress to say, oh my God, when am I going to have time to do X, Y, Z? I know it right off the bat because it's already in my schedule. So writing stuff down, writing stuff like going to the grocery store, or writing down that you have a doctor's appointment, or your child has a doctor's appointment, or your mother or father has a doctor's appointment, or your spouse, because some of us like going to the doctors with our spouses. Somebody has a doctor's appointment. Or if you know that you have a lunch date with somebody, writing it down helps to reduce your mental clutter. Because why? You're trying to keep all of that here. Let me help you, sis. Once you get over the age of 35, stop trying to keep everything here. Keep it here. Because the goal is to reduce our anxiety and stress. Part of our anxiety and stress is trying to keep so much here. Get it out of here, put it on paper, and it helps to reduce your mental clutter. You're trying to hold on to stuff here. Listen, you ain't got the capacity to do that anymore. Let's just be honest, you don't. Okay? I know it's a hurtful thing. Y'all know I like to shoot straight. You don't have it anymore. Write it down so that you don't have to think about it anymore. Here's the funny thing. Growing up, my dad had a pocket calendar. It was a pocket one. P&G gave it to the employees every year, gave him a pocket calendar, and he kept it on his nightstand. Here's how my dad trained us. It's so funny. We used to go up to him and go, Daddy, are you coming to my such and such? And he's like, I don't know. Go look at the calendar. And you would go look at his daily planner, and you take the daily planner back to him and you say, Daddy, you don't have anything to do. Are you going to come to my such and such? Write it down. Why? Because if it's not written down, it does not exist. My dad taught us early on to take the mental clutter from here, to stop trying to hold on to stuff and to write it down. And he trained us to understand that if it is not written down, he's not going to remember it because he doesn't have to. If it's written down, nobody has to remember it. It's written down. All you got to do is go back to the planner. Doesn't that feel good to know that you ain't got to try to keep all of that in your head? It's a wonderful feeling. Here's the third reason why you need a daily planner, sis. It supports your goal setting and your dream achievement. How many of you love setting goals? I don't set New Year's resolutions. I set birthday resolutions. So September 26th, that night, if I'm not too exhausted, I will set my goals for the next 365 days. We do birthday resolutions in my family. And so with the birthday resolutions, it's so exciting to see what that looks like. And so it helps, having a daily planner helps to remind you of the goals and the dreams that you have for yourself. I showed you one particular, is it this one? Yeah, I showed you one particular daily planner that had it set out for your monthly goals, which is great. I love having monthly goals. Your monthly goals should line up with your yearly goals. It has the monthly goal outline. So if you look, this one is for health. That's right. Health goal, home goal, big dream goal, financial goal for the month. Me time. This one even says me time goal. Check that out. Being social goal, and it gives you a quote: work hard and never give up. Although I don't think we should be working hard, but that's a whole nother video. And then it has a habit tracker, what you're going to do this month. So this daily planner already had it outlined for the month for you as far as supporting your goal setting and dream achievements for the month and then for the year. Isn't that awesome how daily planners are now becoming wellness trackers as well? That's amazing. That is so amazing. So the third reason why you need a daily planner, it helps support your goal setting and your dream achievement. Who knew? Here's the fourth reason why you need a daily planner, sis. Have I convinced you yet that you need a daily planner? Here's the fourth reason why you need a daily planner. It promotes self-care and balance. Yep. So all of these wonderful tools that you've learned for the past 21 days, and you go, oh, Dr. T, Tracy, whatever you calling me. I just don't have time to get self-care in. Yes, you do, sis. Out of 1,440 minutes a day, you have time. You have a daily planner that outlines the time that you can give to yourself. Yeah. After you've written down what you've got to do for other people, which I don't recommend that, I recommend that you put your time down first. And then you put down what you have to give to other people. Now, sometimes you can't do that because you have appointments. That's understandable. But once you write it down, take it from here where it's cluttering your mind, put it on paper so that you can see it. Now you can say, oh, you know what? I got a block from 1 to 2. That's a good time for me to go outside and get 30 minutes of what? Sunshine and fresh air. Why? Because that helps me to reduce stress. You see what I'm trying to get you to do here, sis? Here we are blocking time off on our daily planner, which is a tool to help with self-care. Now we get to implement one of the strategies Dr. T taught us, which is going outside, getting fresh air for 30 minutes, doing my 4x4 breathing, which we did on the first day. Y'all getting this? Come on. 1,440 minutes, you got this. It promotes self-care and balance. You make time for your relaxation and self-care. God has given you 1,440 minutes in the day. It's your job to take out time out of that 1,440 minutes to gift yourself the time of relaxation and self-care. You got this, sis. Here's reason number 5 why you need a daily planner. It boosts your focus and productivity. How many of you are productive when your mind is cluttered and you're thinking about the things you got to do, trying to remember the things you've got to do, and trying to do what you're doing at the same time? You can't do that. It's not very productive. So Having a daily planner, writing things down. Now you get to release those things out of your mind. You got a small to-do list, a checklist, or however you want to call that. And now you can focus on what you're working on in that moment. You know how long you're going to work on it. You know what you're doing with it when you finish. All of that from a daily planner. So these are wonderful tools. These help us so much. Listen, I love, love, love a beautiful daily planner. I shop for a daily planner like I'm shopping for a house because I want to see what my life is going to look like for the next 365 days. I like to see the outline. I like to sit there and go through it and imagine myself writing in it to go, okay, does this outline work for me? Do I need something bigger? Do I need something smaller? Do I want to carry it? I love digital ones too, don't get me wrong. The digital ones are nice, but I told you my story about using only a digital one. I use them interchangeably because because I still work full time. Y'all pray for your girl. She counted down. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I'm counting down working full time for somebody else and going into full time work for myself in the near couple of years. Yay! But in the meantime, still having that time that I give to my employer. But what does that look like after the end of the day with them? Going into my private practice where I do coaching and counseling. And then making sure I get that self-care in, making sure that when I go on vacation, that's blocked out. When my parents have their doctor's appointments, I told you I spend time going with my parents to their doctor's appointments, making sure that's in here. My husband's appointments, Lawrence's appointments are in here. So that's why I need a daily calendar, because I'm not trying to keep all of that stuff here. I'm writing it down so I don't have to think about it anymore. Sis, those are the 5 reasons why you need a daily planner. Putting it all together, all 21 days coming together, come down to this: being able to manage your time so that you can incorporate a lifestyle of self-care. I hear from so many women saying, I don't have time to take care of myself. I'm so busy taking care of everybody else. I don't have time to take care of myself. I just showed you how to build a lifestyle of self-care. In 21 days, you've learned tools and techniques to incorporate strategies of self-care into your lifestyle. And today, you learned how to put it all together in your daily planner, making time out of 1,440 minutes for you. You got this. You got this. I hope you have enjoyed today's session, the last session of the Self-Care Challenge, 21 days of self-care, learning how to incorporate self-care into your life so self-care becomes part of your lifestyle. Self-care is not an event. It's not a destination. It is something you do every single day because it's part of your being, not doing for other people. As we enter into this midlife part of our lives, we need to do a better job of taking care of ourselves so that the best version of us shows up for us first, and then it shows up for everybody else. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is mandatory. It's what you've got to do for you, sis. You deserve to be loved on. You deserve to have time for yourself. You deserve it. And I want you to learn how to not feel like you don't have time for yourself. You got time for yourself before you have time for everybody else. And I hope in these 21 days, you've learned how to incorporate self-care as a lifestyle. It has been my honor to work with you these past 21 days to share what I've learned about self-care. And I hope and I pray that you begin to incorporate all of the things that you've learned in these past 21 days on how self-care can bring out the best in you. Because listen, the 2.0 version of you, girl, she's amazing. And she's waiting to meet you. All right, Dr. T here, your menopause midwife, helping you to give birth to the 2.0 version of yourself. Listen, you take care of yourself, and until the next video, remember, self-care is mandatory. It's not an option. And self-care is a lifestyle.